We carry around this image of the inspired author sitting down at a desk, cracking their knuckles, and flawlessly typing out chapter 1. The reality usually looks a lot more like this: a massive, overwhelming wall of overlapping sticky notes, isolated draft fragments, and half-baked arguments that don't connect to anything. When faced with this kind of disorder, people freeze, and almost universally, they misdiagnose that paralysis as writer's block. But when you are dealing with a long-form project, stalling out rarely means you lack talent or ideas. You have a movement problem. You are stuck because you lack a structure dictating where to go next. You can improvise your way through a short essay. Try to hold 50,000 words in your head at once, however, and you guarantee both you and your reader will get lost. But a book requires explicit, intentional architecture. Deciding what goes where serves as the load-bearing foundation that makes a manuscript work. It dictates whether your chapters feel purposeful and whether your draft can actually be revised. Before you attempt to outline a single chapter, you have to define 3 things: your purpose, your audience, and your scope. Scope is particularly vital. It establishes the ruthless boundary of what actually belongs in this specific text, which means it also dictates what you have to cut. A book's hierarchy assigns a distinct job to every level. The top book level delivers the complete journey. Parts represent major phases. Chapters serve as single units of progress. Inside, paragraphs act as focus steps. When you organize your ideas into this strict hierarchy, you completely stop being a typist trying to hit a word count. Instead, you become a focused manuscript architect. Let's look at how this workflow actually operates. Imagine a first-time author writing a nonfiction book on personal budgeting. They start with raw, disconnected materials floating around their notes. Ideas about debt, financial mindset, spending leaks, and savings. First, you corral scattered notes into major thematic buckets. Next, you sequence those buckets into a logical reader order, placing foundational concepts early. Finally, you give each section an active title, like Why Money Feels Chaotic or Cutting Recurring Waste. Once you have this map, apply concrete drafting rules to maintain momentum. For example, force yourself to summarize a chapter's goal in 1 to 3 sentences before you allow yourself to write any prose. You also deploy this structure as a diagnostic tool. After drafting, you use a technique called reverse outlining, extracting the main point of existing paragraphs to identify structural failures and test your logic. Actively sorting concepts into a sequenced workflow provides a precise map for the draft. It is the literal cure for writer's block. Look at the transformation. That chaotic wall of scattered notes we started with has been synthesized into a clean, highly functional table of contents. A table of contents serves as the operational skeleton of the entire book. It plots the flow of information long before you format page numbers. That structural skeleton directly translates to the external realities of modern publishing and e-commerce platforms. Major retailers require logical navigation. A precise structure ensures that your book's title, its metadata, and the actual content align perfectly for the buyer. Authors who master content organization draft faster, revise intelligently, and deliver a coherent book rather than one that is merely finished. Ready to master your manuscript's architecture and turn your ideas into a finished book? Check out New Authors Class, available now for free on The Great Discovery at thegreatdiscovery.com.